I'm often being told that I'm a person who is into personal branding, or sometimes when I address myself, I tell people that I am into personal branding, but I have never really talked about it per se. So that's exactly what I'm going to talk about: personal branding. Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey, and I'm the owner of justjeffrey.com and also a fast growing tribe of 100 plus members. And I, I help people with personal branding, traffic, and affiliate marketing and online marketing. I love to talk about these and entrepreneurship. So let's get into the topic. And I'm going to keep this short because I don't really keep very long videos on my profile. So getting on to the show. So, what I'm going to talk about first thing is what is personal branding, and then what are the top 5 elements to a personal brand, right? So, these are the two questions that I am going to talk about. So, let us come back to what is personal branding, right? Let me quickly share a slide that I prepared so that you guys know what I'm talking about. This is something that I prepared, a short one, just to tell you what is personal branding. Okay, what is the definition of a personal brand? So let's go in. So this is the definition that I found out when I typed into Google. So it says personal branding is the conscious and intentional effort to create and influence public perception of an individual by positioning them as an authority in their industry, elevating their credibility, differentiating themselves from the competition, and having a larger impact, right? So I would like to enforce or give importance to these words: effort, positioning, authority, credibility, differentiation, and a larger impact, because all these help becoming or creating a personal brand. And this is the Wikipedia source, right? This is a definition from Wikipedia. I also found that there are two other definitions from other sources, which says personal branding is a tool used to create identity, express your emotions, and personality traits. Okay, and then there is one more thing that calls personality. Personality is a process of creating brand identity for a person or company. As the name suggests, it's a brand for you or your business. So in this, I would like to highlight these words, like tool, identity, emotions, personal traits, and the process in exclamation, brand identity, person and company. So if you see these highlights, right, the words, one of them call it as the first guy calls it as an effort, the second guy calls it as a tool or a process. It's each one of them is right in their own sense, and this is all what is personality branding about, or I mean personal branding about. It conveys an emotion, shows your personality, your message, your identity, differentiation, all these things, right? All these combined creates a personal brand. So I guess you got a overall idea or an overview of what is personal branding. Okay, so coming back to the next item, right? The top 5 elements of a personal brand. So these are the top 5 that I could pick now, right? So the first thing is message. This is like one word for a lot of things covered inside. So message also tells about your story, your personality, and the kind of tonality you use, and even the message that you portray to this world, right, from your story. So that is what is personal branding, and that is what the message is about. The first thing, message. The second one is emotion. Personal brand actually creates an emotion, or it conveys an emotion. It creates an emotion for yourself. What emotion do you want to portray, and what emotion do you want others to take in from, or to understand from your personal brand? So how do you create this emotion? Eh, Especially through colors, right? The colors is how you can portray your emotions to your audience, right? To take me as an example, I would like to quickly share my uh, this thing, right? My Canva, which I have created. These are few of the designs that I have created, few which I've taken help from others to create this. So if you see here, I have mine is mostly blue, orange, and red. Nowadays it's red. It's turning to red. So what is it? What are the emotions that these colors convey? Red is for excitement. Orange is for friendliness. Blue is for trust, authority, or the trust, right? So professionalism. So that is the colors that I have chosen, and blue and red is what I'm mostly sticking towards. So So you got the idea. It has to convey an emotion. What kind of emotion do you want to convey? So that is the second thing. Third one, logo and a branded website. This actually the people usually tend to put it at the end, but then I with just with these two, a website and a logo. Nowadays it's not website, it's funnel. That's a different topic altogether. But then if you have a logo and a brand website, look, people, yes, people trust people, they buy from people, but people can remember brand, right? The moment you see something in red says Coca-Cola, or an image that has I'm just trying to recall a logo from which you can actually, okay, a tick symbol. What do you infer from that? Nike, right? And what else do I say? I'm just not getting some. Okay, here you have a logo right on the top this corner, right? Yeah, here, this corner there. That is StreamYard, right? That is the logo for that. The moment you see these pictures or these constructs, you'll immediately know that this is the brand that it's talking about, right? So that the, they just ignore this fact, but then the moment you understand its importance, then you'll know why I am stressing on these. Okay, why I call it under the top five, because there are many other elements to it, but then this is the top five. Why do I put it on the top five? This is the reason why. Okay, and then consistency across different platforms, right? It could be your social media, it could be your website, it could be or it could be a presentation anywhere, right? Or a banner on your shop anywhere, right? It should be consistent across all the brand should be consistent across all these places, and consistency is the key here. If you have the consistency across all the platforms, the moment they come to any of these platforms, they identify you through that brand, through that a personal brand, right? So that is the fourth point. And the fifth point is, of course, you can never ignore this. You need to have networking, you need to have a tribe, you need to have a following. So all these five topics combined, I don't need to go deep into this because you know. But if you want to go deep into all these topics and you want to know what is the best color of 2022, which was selected, which was nominated from after by an authority in the field, and if you want to know what is the kind of color combinations to select, or what is the layout that you have to come get into, or what are the archetypes that will portray your particular brand, if you want to know more of these, then please do head into my group that is given on this link below. You can see here. Yeah, right there. So that's a link you have to join my private group. It talks about personal branding, traffic marketing, and funnels, all those things, right? I cover everything, but all with the sense of a personal branding to it. So if you would like to know more, please head on to my group, and I'll be more than happy to help you, and hope you got some value out of this. If you got value, please do put it down in the comments so that I know you have you got some value out of it. And thanks for joining, Adewale and Priyanka. Thanks again. Okay, thanks for hopping by, and I hope you had a good value out of this. Please do share it across if you felt it was valuable. But until then, let me see you next day, next time when I come live. Until then, bye bye.